Truth is an interesting word.
Mhm.
I've never, ever told people to look at media for the truth. Truth you find inside you. You can get better understanding of what's going on talking to people, right? You can get a better understanding of what's going on, but you can't get the truth. The truth is pretty slippery, right? Like you just can't, it changes. The truth changes.
Mhm.
And there's no one truth. But there's perspectives that you can put together as an understanding and move forward with that, and you're more enlightened.
Mhm.
But you don't know the truth.
You don't have the absolute
Too many
truth.
people lie.
So if this interview ended 5 minutes ago, and you said to me, Mike, you should have asked me about this,
Yeah.
what would this be?
Well, am I still thinking about running for municipal politics in
Yes.
North Bay? That's the big question, right?
Yes?
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I am. And I'll probably decide 2 or 3 days after the provincial election, right? That said, when I announced I was considering it in September in a column with BayToday, I was probably more like 65% to 75% thinking it was a good idea. I think I can help North Bay. I got the skill set to do it. I have the temperament of the background. I like to solve problems. And I found some skills during the way, along the way to do that.
That sounds like an election speech. Keep it up.
But, and here's the but, right?
Yeah.
I watch the meetings and I see what they do and they talk about, and the formality and the sort of groupthink and the limitations on their ability to speak their mind, and the limitations of what they can say when they know something, and the limitations of actually being able to do something, because all you need to be is on the wrong side of the equation and you're wasting your time if there's a slate that's already got an agenda. So I got to decide what's the best use of my next 4 years, right? And what can I do to be part of and help the community that I have adopted and been around for 35 years. So I have to decide what I'm going to do for the next 4 years. I want to work for the next 20, right? I want to work till I'm 75, and I want to tell stories. I want to be part of the community. I want to do this. I want to just make a little bit of a living. What's the best way to go about it to actually achieve stuff? And right now, I'll tell you, I'm leaning away from it. Put my hat in the ring, my new hat. I'm prepared to put it in if I think that it's the right thing to do. And I'm only picking after the provincial election because that gives me a little bit more information to make the final decision. But I said I was going to make it on my birthday in June anyways, and I turned 57 June 14th. So we'll be done with that thinking. I'll be going one way or the other by then. But I'm thinking I might be able to be better off and offer more utility outside the municipal circle as far as council goes. I'm hearing different things for different people. What do you think?
Good friend of mine, his name was Bob Rowlandson. He's from Sturgeon Falls, Ontario. He was an entrepreneur. He owned the Giant Tiger store. And he did a lot of good for Sturgeon Falls, and people, including me, asked him, why don't you run for mayor of Sturgeon Falls? And he said exactly what you said. He was in charge of the Fiddle Fest. He was in charge of all these activities, the night parade in Sturgeon Falls. He was in charge of all those. And he thought that he could do more if he was outside the political arena than if he was inside. And in his case, he was right, because he didn't want to get involved in this political stuff where, as you say, if you make a decision and all of a sudden you're on the wrong side of the slate and you know the issues that are going on in Sturgeon Falls right now. So in his case, it made sense.
It could be quicksand, eh? The other thing I have to consider in making this decision is that, and that's why I even told people I was considering it, because I wanted them to be able to weigh my words in my column with BayToday to know that that might be in the back of my mind. So guarded, better informed than not. And I've always criticized journalists that got involved with politics because it wasn't fair. We now have to go back and look at what they reported to see if they were actually leaning that way beforehand, right? And the same thing with my columns. So once you enter that political fray, you can't step back out and be a journalist. It's a one-way street, really. It's even not good for me to even consider it and announce that I'm considering it for my journalistic career, right? But I don't do a lot of straight reporting right now, and that may or may not be part of my future, but it would eliminate that possibility, I believe, of being taken seriously as a reporter if I ran for council. So, and this is going to be the one time I make this decision, right? Municipal politics is either a go or a no-go this year. The other thing is, if I go the other route and I want to do something for the community, what do I do, right? I still think the best thing I can do is be a journalistic analyst of what's going on and to write about what's important to people and relevant in the now, as well as what the magazine does is in what was, if you're writing and doing analysis of politics in the now, it contributes to the community. But I'm going to be doing big things one way or another. I'm not sure what they are, but I think 2022 is a time where there's going to be a rocket strapped underneath me, and I'm going to go for something.
Thank you very much, Dave Dale, for being so brutally honest.
Well, it's my pleasure.